Hey everyone, welcome to Yin Yoga. I'm Kim, and today we have no hands yoga. If you like these sessions, please give them a thumbs up. It supports the channel. It's the best way to let me know this is what you want to see more of. To begin with, flat on the back, very minimal amount of hand contact with anything. So I am using my hands a wee bit to roll right on over. I go straight to my elbows though. And down flat on the back, we are going into a beautiful banana asana. So I am laying out straight. I'm just going to give it a big stretch. And from here, legs wide, so my heels are on the wide edge of the mat. I am going to bring my right heel over to the left. Hello. And then I'm bringing my arms down. I'm just kind of ratchet myself over. Oh yeah, already feels so good. This side body stretch. And I am going ahead and grabbing this wrist. If you have any soreness in the wrist right now and you've got RSI or you're having trouble, you may want to just cactus the arms and not really pull into that stretch, because if any of your tendons, if you got any kind of tendonitis going on, of course I am not a medical practitioner and this is not medical advice, but if you do have tendonitis, don't necessarily grab your wrist and give it a straighten. We're going to be very ginger and respectful. But if you just want a session that takes the pressure off the wrist, go ahead and stretch it on over. There's two ways to modify from here that are going to increase the stretch. Obviously, if you want to decrease it, make your banana bend less. But if you want to increase it, you can take the right foot and cross it over the left ankle. And that adds to the side body stretch. It just deepens it. Or, conversely, take the left foot and cross it over. And it seems like, wouldn't that take the pressure off? But no, it adds a different sort of intention in there. Either way, go with what your body wants to experience today. And remember, we do want to feel the edge. We're not necessarily doing restorative yoga where everything just goes to jelly. We want to find that edge, stress that fascia and joints and ligaments so that we can pump out that hyaluronic acid, the fountain of youth. It's going to make us stronger, more flexible, and increase our endurance. All right, deep breath in here. And exhale it out. We're going to find our way to the other side. Again, I'm using my elbows, getting around on my elbows. Feet to the wide, still wiggle asana in between, seems to be. Hips to the epicenter. Go ahead and rock it out for a minute. We're going to do more of that in a moment. Take the left leg now, go over and meet the right at the right-hand corner of your mat. Scooch over. And using my elbows to move my upper body to this side, with which I have much less room. So I'm folding up the arms like this and putting them over, which works because I don't really have enough room to stretch my arm over. But you find what's best for you. This might, with the folded arms, might bring, clasping my elbow creases, might bring the most relief to the wrists. If there is a tendonitis going on there, but you still want to activate the body, wake up the meridians, and have a good stretch. So I'm going to increase this intensity a wee bit by crossing my left foot over my right ankle, and 3 long deep breaths here. As I exhale out the 3rd breath, I'm uncrossing, bringing my feet back to center, bringing my body straight. And as we did before, let's do that Wiggle-asana. Feels so good. Hips are the epicenter, and I am letting the feet fishtail. And if I lay my hands down, backs of the hands to the ceiling. No, other way. Backs of the hands on the floor, palms to the ceiling. I am feeling tremendous release. Okay. Tucking the feet under, I am coming back up gently, not putting any undue stress on the wrists, on the palms, and up I come to a comfortable seated position. I like to put my left heel to center, follow with the right in this very ancient traditional Sukhasana, but you find the one that feels right for you. Arms up over the head in this welcoming posture. My hands are rotating so my scapula is flat against my back, and I am going to exercise these wrists in a very gentle way. Now, if you have tendonitis, take it really slow, modify so that it feels right for you. But I am pushing out through the heels of my palms. I am rotating it back the other way. And we can do this with the hands together in this kind of world. I'm holding up the world and rotating it above me. And to come on down, I am going to claw my way down. Full claw. And back up. Let's do a couple more of those clawing down. Clawing. Weight down. Back up. And claw down. Excellent. Shake out the wrists. And from here, I'm just going to bring my weight back into my hip, and I'm pivoting around so that my bum is on my left foot, and I'm just going to bring my right foot out, and I'm leveraging myself up. Here we are, suddenly and very easily into, we're going to go into a humble warrior. So right now I'm in a kind of a warrior 1 position. I'm clasping my hands behind my back, and I am going to lower. Now you go to the degree that you can. You might just come down to the thigh. You may be able to rest your chest on your thigh, or you may want to go right on down into full humble warrior. And we'll just have a few breaths here, allowing the blood to drain from the hands, from the fingers. And one more deep breath in. And as I exhale out, I engage the core, Uddiyana Bandha, and I pull myself back up. And I'm going to swap it on over. So my right knee comes down. Let's just go into a little foot stretch for a moment to allow the feet and toes to get this beautiful stretch. You may only be able to be here for 1 breath, and slowly you'll build up to be able to really enjoy this proper foot stretch. But if you're only there for a quick moment of time, come right down to hero's pose. Again, if you're just getting a stretch in your ankles and this is a beginning for you, you may only want to be here for one breath. So then get right back up to your kneeling where it feels more comfortable. I'm going to bring my left knee up, and again clasping the hands behind and coming on down for humble warrior. Your humble warrior might be here. It might be here. You may even just have your hands by your side here. You modify to find your perfect humble warrior. This posture is also really good for lymphatic drainage. Really good when recovering from cold or flu or some kind of inflammation. One more deep breath in. And as I exhale it out, up I come, bringing my foot back. Come on down into a foot stretch again. If this is too much, you're here. If that's too much, you're going to be up here. We're all going to meet up there in just a moment. So deep breath in. We're coming up here and we're going into a camel. Your camel might be heels of your hands into the lower back and just lean in and support yourself. If you're ready for it, you're going to point your fingers upward and back you go. If you're ready for more, you're going to slide your hands down to the feet and let your head go. Keeping the fingers straight as they are pushing into the bottoms of the feet so the wrists are not copping any pressure. 3 deep breaths here, or wherever you are in your camel. And as you exhale out the 3rd breath, bring the head up and walk her back up. So you might have been here, here. Let's bring it on back down. And we're going to come into the wrists. You're going to do this all without really putting any pressure on the wrists, just a little scooching, so I'm on the right side of the mat. We're going to work on our fire log and lotus, basically. So modify to where you are at. If fire log is accessible, we're going to have the left foot down, the right foot on top of it, and the knee stacked over this foot. If you're up here so high that this is not comfortable, we're going to, I'll turn so you can see it. We're going to come on the elbows, not the wrists, the elbows, and we're just going to do fire log like this. Okay, so that will be your fire log for until you get enough opening in the hip here to be able to experience it here, like this. So depending on where your fire log is at, if you're ready, if you're in, you can just slide right into lotus if that works for you. I have to get my heel over my hip for it to sit right. Fine, then you can go right into your lotus. So wherever you're at, you might be Vishnu's couch with your figure 4 with your leg. You might be fire log one side, or you might be the whole side. I'll go down to fire log here so we can do this together. In full lotus, we're going to do a forward fold, and in full lotus that can be a little well, it gets my shins, so I'm still working on that. Okay, I'm scooching this way. Don't use your wrists. Don't scooch. I'm going this way so you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes when we do a forward fold, we want a roundness of the spine and the top of the head is going down. This time what we're going to do is keep the back flat for as long as we can, and we're going to, no pressure on the wrist. You can just get your elbows down here if you want, and we're just really not using those wrists. But if you can only go to here, tense your fingers, and there's no need to put weight in them, right? What we're focused on here is this spine. So I am going straight down to my elbows, and I'm pulling the mat towards me a bit and then folding it on over. Now, wherever you are at, again, you might be here. You might have your elbows down here in a kind of a sphinx. I love this posture. Kind of a lotus sphinx pose. Or you may be resting your forehead on the mat. I'm going to fold my arms again as we did before to create this kind of mirroring, the forearms mirroring the legs. Now, the fire log legs. 3 long, slow, deep breaths here, and your job is to relax. We're putting beautiful positive stress on the pelvis, on the hips, possibly the hamstrings, stretching the fascia. And we're just going to have long, slow, deep breaths here. And one more deep breath in. And as I exhale it out, lift the chin. I'm planting my forearms down. I'm using them. I'm not pushing up with my wrists. Coming right back up. And before we do the other side, we're just going to scooch right on down into a beautiful rainbow arch of the back. I'm putting my hand through so I can show you this rainbow arch, because I like to do that. Rainbow arch the back, and stretch it on out. Deep breath in, and what's wrong? Exhale it out. I'm looking up at the edge of the wall there, keeping the airway open. Uddiyana Bandha, my navel is pulling down into to the back of my spine, but I'm pushing up with my abs. So full core engagement. Hands out, send energy out your fingertips. This isn't just like lit. Energy out the fingertips. Deep breath in. Let's do this one more time. Exhale it out. Stretch, rainbow arch the back. And bring it on up. I'm lifting my chin so I don't close off the airway. Engage the core. And exhale it down. Rolling it over. Barely using any little tented fingers to push myself back up. And we're going to do fire log on the other side. Again, remember, if we'll do it this way, because we'll do it this way. Just because I keep track of which side's which. So my right leg is down, and if we're going into fire log, I'm just going to plant my left leg on top, left knee over the right foot, fire log. If that's not accessible, I'm going straight to my elbows and I'm doing the figure 4 here. And if you want to have a moment of lotus, then we can swing. I'll just do it because I did the other side and I want to even it out. Again, I have to get my hip around my foot there properly. And just a moment of lotus. If you want, you can fully do your forward fold from here. But I will go back in. I think most of us are going to be in fire log, or even if you're, okay, if you're here and it's like, I don't really need to do Vishnu's couch, I'm getting close. Go ahead and grab yourself a block and pop it under. See how that feels? Oh, it feels good. Pop it right under so you've got some support, and then you can go forward that way. Okay. But for now, I am just going to do it like this in our fire log. Remember, not the roundness of the spine, but the flatness. So I am keeping my energy looking forward. I'm not going to use using my elbows. I'm going to walk it on down. You stop wherever it feels right for you. You may find you get a wonderful traction by pulling the mat towards you. I'm getting traction all through my scapula, up my upper back body. And then we're going to find our way into this forward fold. And the arms are going to mimic the legs in doing their own little fire log by grabbing my elbow creases. I've got my head on the mat, but just realize that I didn't have this mobility and flexibility right from the very beginning. I've been doing this for 50 plus years, so you get it, it opens. Just keep doing it. Don't stop. Let's have 3 long, slow, deep breaths here. Remember experiencing the edge, but allowing every part of your body to relax. And I'm exhaling out that breath. Again, use the elbows, resting my wrists. And I'm coming right back down to the scrunching in and feet planted. Reaching up overhead, arching, rainbow arch the back. Deep breath in. Exhaling out, and I'm Uddiyana Bandha, navel to the spine, activating my core like nobody's business, pushing up into these fingers or imaginary fingers. If you're uncertain about the core activation, we have a whole, it's like 8 minutes. 8-minute video on it that goes into more detail, but you've got it. You're doing this and you can feel it. You know what to do. Exhale it out. We'll just do that one more time. Rainbow arch the back. Pressure into the back of the pelvis, and then exhaling it up into this beautiful, reminds me of those Mayan stone statues. All right, from here, legs down and out, out long, and I am going to wiggle it out, Wiggle-asana. My pelvis is shimmying, my feet are fishtailing, which is one of the key ingredients of this motion. I can feel the trauma melting off of me. Wiggle-asana, deep breath in, looking at my kitty cat. And exhale out in stillness. You may lay in Savasana for as long as you like. Allow for the nutrients of the practice, the energy of the practice to filter through your body. You can feel it, the whole body is tingling. I'm going to roll over onto my side, coming back up. Again, rock it back, resting those wrists. And from here, I'm coming into Anjali Mudra, thumbs to my sternum. I'm lifting my chin. I'm so grateful for you sharing this practice with me today. Revisit it anytime your wrists need a break. See you on the mat. Namaste.